Hello lovelies, Lesley, not quite enough distance / not quite enough week / not quite enough Heidi. Suggestions still being taken for the title. Hope everyone's okay. Thank you for all your comments and thoughts. It's a sunny day. It was pouring hard this morning. I went out with my mate Mandy. We went out for a cup of tea and a slice of cake. Don't know why I said it in that accent. It was pouring hard with rain, which was not great, but we're tough women. We persevere. We went to a local garden centre. It's changed hands in the last few months, and neither of us had been there since that had happened. So we thought we'd go and have a look. Oh dear. Well, the coffee shop wasn't open for a start, so we weren't impressed. But we found somewhere else to have tea and cake. But yes, it all looked a bit tired. Hopefully the new owners, who have another large garden centre in the area, will invest and tidy it up and make it nice. But it did look a little bit sad, a little bit higgledy-piggledy. Yeah, they've started to get their Christmas stuff out, so... But it didn't feel festive, do you know what I mean? It just feels like it's all just being plonked there a bit. But we'll see, we'll see. Yes, what else has been going on? My fire lighting skills, what had happened? It's a long time since I had lit an open fire, and I had forgotten that sometimes with the way our fire's set up, I need to take the cover off the front of the grate and move that to one side so more air can get underneath. It draws pretty well, but obviously it needs that flow through of air, which I'm clearly demonstrating far more than I need to with my hand. So I've had a roaring, blazing fire last couple of days, which I've rather liked. I've actually turned my chair round in our sitting room so that when I have my feet on the footstool, my feet are warmed by the fire. Madam, still the other end of the room, on the sofa, not interested at all. What can you do? This week coming up, fairly busy with good stuff, hopefully. So I will hope to take you with me, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers. Bye-bye. Hello, lovelies. How are we? It's Thursday evening, and it's been a busy week in a very good way. After last week was so quiet, it's nice that this one was very busy. Where do I begin? Well, I had a birthday. Yes, I am now 23 and a bit, and the plan was initially to go out with himself and my dad and have some lunch. But unfortunately, himself came back from Scotland with a cold. It's not all he came back with. I'll come on to that in just a moment. But, yeah, so I ended up not lunching with him. So in the end, I rang my dad and said, shall we meet in Tenterden, which is a very pretty little town about halfway between him and me, and just have a cup of coffee and a piece of cake, which we did. So that was good fun. And yeah, then I came home and we sort of had a quietish day. I had a Zoom call with some of my friends and spoke to some other friends and some family members and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't the day initially we thought it might be, but it was fun in a very quiet way, and quiet usually works. So let's look at what himself also came back from Scotland with, as well as a cold. Firstly, a couple of balls of melange. This is from Rico, and these colours are fabulous. So this is a chunky yarn. It is 53% wool, 47% acrylic. And yeah, just the prettiest colours. I feel a hat coming on. Actually, that's more Princess Leia, isn't it? But there's a thought. Just put a headband. No, don't do that, Lesley. But yes, gorgeous colours here. He also got me some, because it's very generous. This is, and they all lived alpacally ever after. 100% baby alpaca in the plum colourway, and 112 metres, so I think it's about a DK weight. I'm just looking for a needle size or something. Oh yeah, 4mm needle size, so DK weight for that. That's rather lovely. And then last time he went to St Andrews, I think he got these in St Andrews or thereabouts, he got me some Digilpin Lalande, and he got me blue, he's got me another blue one, and he got me red last time. Now we've got this lovely Chartreuse, and that is what it's called, Chartreuse, and this is Bell Rock. So this is Digilpin Lalande DK, 100% lamb's wool, spun in Scotland. So rather fab. So that was his trip back from Scotland, but like I say, he did come back a bit poorly. And I really, you know, I sympathise and all that, but I really don't want to get his cold. He has tested, it's not COVID, it is definitely a cold. So bless him, yes, he's been, like, right, you go over there, I'm going to go over here. So then other birthday gifts came my way, and I will stick to the ones that will make you go, ooh, or bring a smile. And this one certainly brought a smile to me. Water bottle, hot drinks bottle, personalised. So fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And another friend, I mean, I got some lovely chocolates and a picture and things like that, but oh, stop throwing things around, Lesley. Another friend got me some yarn, and the beauty of having an October birthday is that the Halloween colourways are out. So all those lovely purples and bright pinks and oranges and greens and all of these. So this is, sorry, I didn't put it back in the thing very well. This is Haunted House from Floof Fibre. And it's 4-ply sock yarn, 80/20 merino nylon, 365 metres per 100 grams, high twist superwash. So that is rather fabulous. Yes. So that was my birthday. Oh, I've left them downstairs, but himself got me a set of Licker driftwood needles. So I am keen to try those. And then today, it's 7:30 in the evening as I record this, I met with a lovely lady called Barb, who is from Canada, who was in the UK. She was here for a few weeks visiting family and all of that, and she said about meeting up, which I was absolutely delighted to do, and I had a lovely day with her. And started off, she gave me a present. So I've got a fabulous Christmas bag here. She makes bags. She doesn't do it. She used to have an Etsy shop, doesn't have it at the moment. May well get back to it another time, but lovely bag here, beautiful Christmas, and Christmas themed inside as well. So go Jess. And she also gave me an opportunity for a great joke, in that I'm about to show you my beaver. He's so soft. I'm sorry, when am I ever going to resist a joke like that? Come on. Come on. But yes, a beautiful, beautiful, soft, fluffy beaver in a fabulous hoodie. So, yes. And in fact, I could come home and say to my husband, do you want to see my beaver? Do you want to feel my beaver? He's very soft. So lots of fun. Yes, I'm 12. We know this. Oh no, I said I was 23, didn't I? Now, Barb and I met in central London, and we went to a part of London called Pimlico, where there is a shop called Beautiful Knitters. And you can tell by the fact that I have one of their bags that I bought stuff. I had some money for my birthday. And the thing is, when you're spending birthday money, you're not buying yarn, you're just putting the gift into a substantial form rather than a virtual form. So I bought 2 magazines that I've been looking to see for a while, and we had a good look through and made some purchases. So I've got Liner, and this is number 15. I'll go through all of this stuff in more detail at month end. and pick out some of the patterns that I particularly like. And the other one that I've also been wanting to see is Making Stories, and I'm going to try and see how to subscribe to this one, because I've had a brief look online and not had much luck. Now it could just be that I'm not very good at that sort of thing, but a couple of lovely magazines there. And oh my goodness, there's yarn in here. Well, who knew? So, Gusto Wool, Carmen. Beautiful red. I'm going to take this out of its do-free to show you, because it's a rather stunning. Isn't that fabulous? That's coming up a little bright. Again, I'll record for month end, which will hopefully be in daylight, so will be a clearer indication of the colour. It's coming up a little bright, more towards the orange end. It's yeah, it's a little deeper than it's showing on here, but rather lovely. Can't get it back in the ball band now, of course. Amateur, 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 amateur. Lovely shop, beautiful knitters. First time I'd been in there. I've taken some footage, so I'll put that at the end of the video so you can have a little look around the shop. Not a particularly big shop, but, and I hate this phrase, a well-curated collection. They do have some really nice stuff in there. So yes, if you're in that part of town, I would say worth a look. And excuse me while I file my nail, but you can't start rummaging around with yarns if you've got a rough bit, can you? And you also wouldn't want to go near your beak. No, I won't do that joke. So, I bought enough yarn for a sweater. I know. So this yarn is Queensland collection. And it's the Perth yarn. Australian superwash wool blend, and it's an 80-20 superwash wool, 20% nylon, 400 meters per 100 grams. And I bought 2 colourways, but the idea is to put them in one sweater. I know. Lake Gardner. So this is a lovely grey, shades of grey. I'm not getting into that, not after the Viva, but so I've got 4 of those. And some of these have a sort of slightly pink tinge to the paler colours. And they also had this colourway, which is called the Royal Botanic Gardens. So you can see greys again, but then with a deeper pink. So I've got a couple of these as well. So I have a sweater quantity of 4-ply weight yarn there. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what's up with me. One last one I bought. I just thought this was very, very unusual. Actually, for any Australian viewers or anyone who watched Kath and Kim, which was an Australian sitcom, thinking of Australian yarn, this one's nice, it's different, it's unusual. This is by Black Elephant, who I believe is a London-based dyer. This is the Merlin yarn, which is 90% superwash merino, 10% linen, 360 meters per 100 gram, fingering weight, in the gloaming colourway. And from a distance, it just looks like a very dark yarn, but it has got lots of colours in it. So we can see here some purples, some speckles of blues, some greens, sort of rust colours here, teal. I mean, there is a veritable rainbow within this yarn, and I just thought it was rather striking. So I think I fancy maybe some gloves in this, or some fingerless mitts would be nice. I've printed off a pattern. Oh no, it's a DK weight pattern, I think. I was on Instagram and it was Tracy, and she's a dyer, and forgive me Tracy, What Mustard Made, there we go. And Tracy had put this glove pattern up that she was working on, and this is Harmony by, forgive me, Lyudmila Hefny. I hope I'm saying that right. You can see that's the pattern, So it's slip stitches. It looks like brioche. It looks like knitted brioche, but it's crochet. And I'm just wondering now what type of yarn that is using. It's DK weight. I thought it was. That's fine. We have the capability. But this, I think, would make a nice pair of gloves as well. Actually, I've just had a genius idea. I used to have a pair of gloves which I used to call them funeral gloves, and I used them for burials, and they were normal gloves, but the top of the finger and the top of the thumb were out, so I could turn the pages of my book if we were outside. My hands would keep warm, but I could turn the pages of my book. And something called gloaming would be marvellous for that. So, oh yes, sorry, I have a very warped mind. So, that is this week, which has been a lot of fun. Next week will not be as busy. This weekend, so this is Saturday the 8th we're talking about. If you are available, it is Barbara, different Barb this time, Barbara from Flame and Fibre's Zoom meeting for knitters. Sorry, I haven't finished talking about my day, sorry. Oh, Lesley, you're all over the place. So then, after going to the wool shop, Barb and I went and got some food. We came across this square where there were street food vans. We had burritos and brought a bit home to share with the family, obviously. Thank goodness for Vanish. Then we went and had a nice cup of tea and a good old chat. And then I came home and she's on her way back home tomorrow. So thank you, Barb, for a lovely day. Thank you for my beautiful bag and the beaver as well. And yeah, just really had a nice time. So thank you very much. Other Barbara. Oh, I'm going to run out of battery now. Where have I put that? Tomorrow, Flame and Fibre. Look on Barbara's podcast thread on Ravelry, and you'll see the details. So hopefully I'll see you on there. Have a good week, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Take good care, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.